Load up. Huh. Interesting. There we go. There we go. Hi guys, I'm Spike. Usually crunked 7 Up when it comes to gaming. But today, introduce you to my real name, Ash. Thought I'd start off today with a stream that's a little bit different. As per start in a new year, I usually have a list of goals that I like to achieve throughout the year, and my pathway to being a music therapist has long been in the works since the beginning of last year. And I'm still continuing in that coursework, which I'll be doing at some point later on today before doing a gaming stream later on. But having helped my mother with her shopping early this morning, everything's been pushed a little bit further into the day. And my plan for today was to stream this morning before lunch. And my aim is to learn Japanese. My end goal is to be able to speak Japanese with enough conversational fluency that I can have a, moderate conversation with Japanese people. Because I'm hoping to be at that level within 2.5 years by using Rosetta Stone, an old version, by the way. This is like from back in 2008, 2009. Purchased product, purchased the packs. As you can see, I've got level 1, 2, and 3 to work through. So I'm hoping to showcase and stream me working through this for anyone who may want to learn along with or see how the process goes. And to try and garner a little bit of an audience that may already speak Japanese to help me on my learning experience in learning this language. Japan has always interested me from an incredibly young age. Their cartoons and anime, their manga, comics, etc. A lot of their output when it comes to games, the NES, SNES, Mega Drive was my first console back in 1990, 1991. I was like 3 or 4 years old. So I have a high affinity to the world and culture and society that is Japan and the country. It's always fascinated me. Always a place I've wanted to go and visit. And I'm acutely aware that it would be very polite to at least attempt to learn their language to be able to speak to them. I don't want to just be a gaijin, a foreigner, or foreign devil, should I say, who just turns up and starts speaking English in their country and doesn't even make an effort. Now, I could go down the route of another competitor to this program, Duolingo. I could use flashcards. I could use a phrase book. I could use Google Translate, but we know, although that is getting more and more accurate, it still doesn't necessarily take into context the grammatical nuances of a language, or even perhaps the dialectical differences in a language. So I'm going from scratch. I'll say I'm going from scratch. There was a little bit of a beginning to this last year, whilst I was doing my autism course, where I dabbled in this program and dabbled in some of the, I think it was the first 2 or 3 exercise chunks, which I did post on my Instagram, my percentage rate that I got. And yeah, I want to be able to learn the language at a steady pace by doing a couple of hours a day, preferably in the mornings, wake up, get a coffee in me, and then just go. so I can have the highest chance possible of being able to learn the language. And I want to showcase this through my stream because obviously I want to be able to make content for you guys, and show that maybe with this program at least, I'm hoping to have some, relative success in the results. I have the stuff that I've dabbled in earlier last year. I found to have still stuck. There's still some bits that I remember, and I haven't really picked it up since around June, July time, maybe. Maybe even earlier than that, maybe even May time. So I'm going to start this year, and this week is going to be the start of it, whereby I'm going to work through these modules daily. So it will be a daily stream. So for anyone who happens to stumble across this stream, this channel, who might want to learn some Japanese, I will be streaming this to teach myself, but also so that, okay, I might be sharing materials. I have checked to see if this is allowed, terms of service on Twitch and TOS of Rosetta Stone. This program is nearly 20 odd years old. It's like 15 to 18 years old at this point. Am I back? I believe I'm back. Oh, you gotta love a dodgy USB port. Thank you, Benji, for pointing out that stuff stopped. I'm hoping that I didn't have too much of a break in there. So I'll go back to this. Yep, I did 100% pronunciation in April on April the 8th. July the 3rd is in vocabulary, so there's quite a big gap there for me to have remembered. There we go. Yeah, the USB that's in the top of my PC that holds the dongle for the old Turtle Beach that I purchased off you, my dude, is dodgy as hell. I have to put the dongle in, and then it's not the dongle, it's the actual port on my PC on the top. I have to put a plectrum behind the dongle itself, between it and the boundary of the port, because my daughter has ran across in front of the chest of drawers that this TV's on, my bed that's next to me, and the space in between where my cables from my keyboard and my mouse that used to be plugged into that port was. So there's been a little bit of damage to my PC port there, and the only way to get stuff to permanently work, keyboard and mouse for gaming, put it in the back. This is temporary in the top until I can repair the port. So occasionally it disconnects. So anyway, where was I? Yes, so April the 8th was when I started. I did that twice. I'm not going to lie. I did this through once and I got about 85% on the pronunciation. And I do have the microphone set to quite a strict level, so my pronunciation has to be quite good. The core lesson at the start, look at that, February the 7th was when I started. So there you go, 91% on February 7th to 100% on April the 8th, 93% vocabulary on July the 3rd, and then the same week I did grammar at 92%. So it's in progress, but because I'm going to be streaming this, I think I'm going to reset my score. Yeah. Refresh this. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Here we go. Microphone setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, there we go. Lovely. So,
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
konnichiwa. Hey, we have a score. And then we'll just automatically move to the next.
男の子。男の子。
Otokonoko. Oh, I have to place it. So otokonoko is male, is boy. There we go. And onanoko is girl. Nice and easy. Do some jokes. Yeah, no worries, Benji.
ジュース、ジュース。
Alright, so now we've got to match it. Oh, that looks like juice to me. Juice. Some of it's speaking, some of
お
it's
茶、お茶。
not replication. Ocha is tea, so I believe that's going to be that, isn't it?
お茶、
And
水。
mizu is going to be water. Look at this.
水。
Fantastic. I do remember this being quite
新聞、
a fun way to learn.
新聞、新聞。
Shinbun is newspaper.
新聞、本、
Hon,
本、
a book. Well, that's got to be this one.
本、水、
Mizu, water. Lovely.
水。
And we can see our progress along the bottom, slowly going up.
ジュース。
Juice,
ジュース。お茶。
ocha. Inflection is
お
important.
茶。水。
Mizu,
水。新聞。
shinbun,
新聞。本。
on. These
本。
little circles around the audio as well that light up is like a limiter to show
Shinbun.
how successful you were in your pronunciation. And like I say, I've got mine set to about 70, 75% for strict level. So I have to be quite
Ocha.
strict with my pronunciation for it to click through. So that's pretty good. Ocha, te,
水、
mizu. It also gives us an idea of how the vowel sounds of the language are working, which is why when you see a lot of U at the end, it's like our magic E in Japanese, from what I've come to understand, watching the anime and manga over the years for subtitles or not.
本、
And you can hear that they're quite short vowels as well,
ジュース、
unless double extended. So it gives you an idea already of how the
女の子は食べています。
ooh,
女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。男の子は 水を飲んでいます。
Okay, so it's giving us the sentence here. Otoko no ko wa mizu o nonde imasu. So we can see here how we've got some quite strong vowels at the top. Wa mizu, and then it shortens, and then ononde imasu. And that's when you see a mass, thank you, or it's the polite thank you. It's you don't pronounce the U's at the end, imas. And when it comes following a word, it's usually quite immediate, even though there's a gap. So we know that with mizu in it, it's water. Fabulous.
男の子は食べています。
I wonder which one's left, huh? I wonder. So tabete, I believe, is eat.
女の子
Onnanoko.
女の子男の子
Otokonoko. Hey,
男の子
got some good pronunciation today.
女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。
Onnanoko wa juice o nonde imasu. That's pretty good.
女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。
Nice.
男の子は水を飲んでいます。
Otokonoko wa mizu o nonde imasu.
男の子は水を飲んでいます。女の子は食べています。
Onnanoko wa tabete imasu.
女の子は食べています。男の子は食べています。
Otokonoko wa tabete imasu. Yeah,
Otokonoko
getting some
wa
good pronunciation.
tabete
I'm
imasu.
quite happy about that. The confidence builds, you see.
女の人、男の人、女の人。
Onnanoshito. So O and H in space becomes the sh sound. Like we have with
男の
church.
人、
Otokonoshito. It's always good to repeat. Get it in there.
女の人、
Onnanoshito.
女の人、男の人、
Otokonoshito.
男の人。
Nice.
女の人は水を飲んでいます。
Okay, so that's female. Onna. Hito wa mizu. So she's drinking water, right? So I would say it's this bottom one.
男の人は食べています。
Otoko, we know, is the male form. And tabete is eating. So it's got to be this guy, right?
女の人は食べています。
It's the female eating. Onna no hito wa tabete imasu. Yeah.
男の人は水を飲んでいます。男の人は水を飲んでいます。
Is it the guy drinking water, do we think? I think it might well be. Look at that, full marks.
男の子は食べています。
So, otokono is boy. Otonoko is man. So I believe this guy.
男の人は食べています。
So, male at the bottom.
女の人は食べています。
So I think that's the lady, the older lady. So we're already starting to get the grammatical build-up of male and female, like we would have in French or German, Italian, Spanish, whatever, versus whether it's young female or older female, or older male, younger male.
女の人は食べています。
See in here, onanoko is young. This one is
女
onano.
の子は食べています。
It's got to be the boy, right? Let's just double check.
女の子は食べています。
No, onanoko wa. It's the little girl. because we've already done the boys. So you see how there's the slight difference there.
男の人
That's not
は
bad.
ジュースを飲んでいます。
Oh, I missed that one.
男の人はジュースを飲んでいます。
Well, it's got to be the boy, right?
女の子は食べています。
Onnanako wa tabiteimasu. She's eating.
女の子は水を飲んでいます。
It's got to be the little girl drinking.
男の人は食べています。
And it's got to be the man that's eating. So we're starting to get a grammatical sense of
男の子は
male and
走っ
female
ています。
participle stuff or subjunctive stuff. Otoko no ko wa hashiteimasu. That's little boy running, I believe.
女の子は走っています。
Oh, that's got to be a little girl running, right? So it's got to be the one with the balloons.
女の人は走っています。
Older lady who is jogging.
男の人は走っています。
It's got to be the man that's running. Nice. See how we managed to pick up quite
男
easily.
の子は本を読んでいます。
Okay, so reading a book, boy reading a book. Otokonoko wa hon is the book. Oyondemasu. So little boy who reads a book. Or little boy with book who reads would be, I think, how the translation would work from Japanese to English, right? So it's got to be here.
女の子は本を読んでいます。
Onnanoko wa hon o yondemasu. It's got to be the little girl that reads.
女の人は本を読んでいます。
Onnanoko... Said that wrong.
女の人は本を読んでいます。
Right, so it's got to be the lady.
男の人は本を読んでいます。男の人は本を読んでいます。
Got to be the man. There we go. Look at that full mark so far. We're doing well.
女の人は走っています。
Onna no shite wa hashiteimasu. Older lady. Ito wa shite... Jogging. It's got to be this one, right? Yeah!
女の人は新聞を読んでいます。
Okay, so this one, Shimbun, was, if you remember, the newspaper. So with this program, I think, like a lot of linguists, or like how people want you to learn,
女の人は新聞を読んでいます。
It allows you to remember something, and then you forget it, and it will bring it back later on. Memory recall helps you practice and learn and retain the information.
女の人はお茶を飲んでいます。 女の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
Well, that's drinking tea.
女の人は食べています。
And it's got to be the last one that's eating the rice. If it's rice, could be chicken, I suppose.
男の子は本を読んでいます。
No, it's Hon's a book. So you know it's this boy right
男
here.
の子は走っています。
Oh, it's got to be the jogger. Hashiteimasu.
男の子は水を飲んでいま
There's
す。
the see, so Mizu straight away. It's got to be water,
男の子は食べていま
and
す。
tabite is eat. So now it's not so much about the
男の子たち。
oh otokon oh otokonokotashi. There we go.
男の子たち。女の子たち。
Onnanokotachi.
女の子たち。男の人たち。
Otokonoshitachi.
男の人たち。女の人たち。
Onnanoshitotachi.
女の人たち。
Definitely much harder. What?
女の子は水を飲んでいます。
No, I'm sorry. Look at this. Because we got the first one wrong twice, it counts it as our first mistake. Let's redo it.
男の子たち。
Otokonokotachi.
男の子たち。 女の子たち、
女の子たち。
女の子たち、男の人たち、
男の人たち。
男の人たち、女の人たち、
女の、女の人たち。
女の人たち。
See, it's now getting very hard. It's still immediately harder.
女の子は水を飲んでいます。
女の子は水を飲んでいます。Okay, so this Onana is little girl, so you'd think it was this one, but it's little girl group with the oko at the end. So it's got to be this one. No, it isn't. It is the little girl. What?
男の子
No.
は食べています。
Well, it's got to be these. Is it going to be super
女の
exciting?
子たちは水を飲んでいます。
There we go. See, it's just oh.
男の子たちは
Another
食べています。
So we got into 19 and 20 halfway.
男の子たち
First
は
mistake.
食べています。
No, we're going to do that again. Cement it in.
男の子は食べています。 女の子は水を飲んでいます。 女の子たちは水を飲んでいます。
女の子たちは水を飲んでいます。
男の子たちは食べています。
男の子たちは食べています。 There we go. It's a bit better.
男の子たちは食べています。
男の子たちは食べています。
男の子たちは食べています。 女の子たちは走っています。
女の子たちは走っています。
女の子たちは走っています。 女の人たちはジュースを飲んでいます。
女の人たちはジュースを飲んでいます。
女の人たちはジュースを飲んでいます。 男の人たちは新聞を読んでいます。
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 Sketchy, those last. That was sketchy.
男の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
男の人。What was that?
男の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
男の人はお茶を飲んでいます。Okay. Single guy? Group of guy. Single guy.
女の子は走っています。
女の子は走っています。Yeah, because it's
女の子
Kotachi.
たちは走っています。
These guys?
男の人たちは水を飲んでいます。
It's got to be the guys drinking water. Woo!
男の子たちは本を読んでいます。
Oh, well, that's got to be the group of boys reading the book, right? 男の子たちは本を読んでいます。
女の人たちは食べています。
女の人たち。I've got to see, learning a language like this, not being used to making the specific cadence contours when speaking the language. That's what it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, where it's not tongue-tied.
女の人たちは食べています。
So you might find that I'm going to have to do this a fair bit in these streams, if it's successful moving forward and I don't get copyright struck.
女の人たちは食べています。
So, no.
女の人たちは食べています。
How is it the group?
女の人は食べています。
So that's the single, huh?
男の子は本を読んでいます。
That's a little bit confusing, that one.
男の子は
It's the single, because it's not konokotachi. Oh.
女の人
Back
た
we
ちは
go.
本
Back
を
we
読
go.
ん
We
でい
only
ま
got
す。
half of that one. That needs redoing.
女の人たちは食べています。
Tabiteimasu.
女の人たちは食べています。
We said it was this one, right? Yes.
男の子は本を読んでいます。女の人は食べています。男の子たちは本を読んでいます。
There we go, it's a bit better. It soon snaps back
女
there
の
though.
人たちは本を読んでいます。
Uh-oh. Now we got the mini assessment. This is where it gets difficult. Say that again.
女の人たちは本を読んでいます。
Well, that's got to be girls, right? Yes.
男の人たちは新聞を読んでいます。
Well, that's the only one with newspaper in it, so that's a bit
女
bigger.
の人たちは走っています。
Say that again. Is that onna no kotachi wa or otoko? I think it's on.
女の人たち
The
は
girls running.
走っています。
So this one's going to be otoko.
男の人たちは走って
Yes. Booyah.
女の子たちは本を読んでいます。
女の子たちは本を読んでいます。There are girls that read the book.
女の人は本を読んでいます。
女のほYes, the elder.
女の人たちは本を読んでいます。
Yes,
女の
Hitotachi
子
also
は
means group.
本を読んでいます。
女の子は Yeah, the single. There we go. So we're getting into the singular noun, plural
彼
noun.
女はジュースを飲んでいます。
Well, it's got to be this one, right? 彼女はジュースを飲んでいます。
彼女はジュースを飲んでいます。
It's got to be this lady.
彼は走っています。
So that's running. We know that 走って is jogging or running.
彼女は本を読んでいます。
So that's reading a book.
彼は食べています。
It's got to be eating. So we've got different verb formats here as well as to whether
彼
it's
女
male or
は
female.
お茶を飲んでいます。
彼女はお茶を
彼
飲ん
女はお
彼女
茶を
は
飲んでいま
Okay.
す。彼女はお茶を飲んでいます。
Well, that's drinking tea. This lady.
彼女たちは食べています。
That's got to be these ladies, right? 彼女たちは彼女
たちは食べています。彼らは本を読んでいます。
彼は that's I'm not making fun. It's one funny to hear to hear myself in headphones trying to say these things. Just so that I've got them correct.
彼らは本を読んでいます。
Right, so that's reading the book, right? But it's a group. So we've now gone from otoko, what is it? Otoko and then otoko tachi wa. Okay, it's got to be these guys.
彼は走っています。
Well, we know that hashide is run, so it gives it a bit of a giveaway. It gives us an easy one out of the slightly more difficult ones. Let's do it again.
彼は走っています。
Cool. Nice. Nice.
子供たちは走っています。
Ooh, see, now that's running. But I think it's group.
子供たちは走っています。
No, it's not. No, it is. Oh, I was right the
彼
first
は
time.
走っています。
彼は走っています。
彼女は走っ
So,
ています。
彼は is male. 彼女は is female.
彼女は走っ
kodomatashi wa hashiteimasu.
彼女は料理しています。
Whoa,
彼女は料理しています。
That RYO is not ryoshiteimasu. It's, listen carefully.
彼女は料理しています。
Yorishita. Oh, it's got more of a gear to it. Okay.
彼女は料理しています。
Female.
彼は料理しています。
That's singular, male. So the next one.
彼らは料理しています。 彼らは料理しています。
God, so hard to say. But this is important when
女
you've
の
got.
人たち
You
は
need to go back
泳
to
いで
this
い
one.
ます。
Look, we got kodomatashi wa hashiteimasu. Konojo wa hashiteimasu. And kare wa hashiteimasu.
彼女は走っています。
Yep.
子供たちは走っ
Yep. It's gotta be this guy. There we go, full marks. It's not cheating. It's just getting them right. Okay. And to be fair, this is the very start of this module with core lessons to teach you male and female, singular, plural, and I'm guessing the polite version or proper version and an improper version. So I assume that these more advanced ones towards the end, are going to be the more polite, proper, formal version. And the prior is more the singular noun immediate version. So whereas we would say like with boy and girl, we reference them to child, kid, for example. I'm going to assume that that's where the translation difference between what we would consider in English to be proper or improper conversation with regards to our singular nouns and plural nouns, like your man, men, girl, girls, boy, boys, lady, ladies, which is what this is teaching us, and also the doing word, not necessarily the doing word, I suppose. I mean, ryushite mas, clearly cooking, right? Dabete mas is eating. Hashite mas is running or jogging. Shinbun or hon or yonde mas we know is reading, and hon is book, and shinbun is newspaper. So already we're starting to get a build up of the language. That's pretty cool. I mean, again, Rosetta
男
Stone.
の人は泳いでいます。
Oh, so oyoide mas is clearly swimming. Otoko no shite wa.
男の人は泳いでいます。 男の人は泳いでいます。
So that's boy, singular, swimming. It's got to be this guy, right? Male.
男の子たちは泳いでいます。
Male group, swimming. Yeah.
女の子は泳いでいます。
So that's singular, girl. Yes, and then big
女
group
の
ladies.
人たちは泳いでいます。
Onna no shito. Why is that one? Hitotash. I suppose because it's okay. It's a group of older ladies, or past teen ladies. So polite conversation. Clearly, the subjunctive changes in Japanese for the group. So whereas we had otoko, what was it? Otoko I can't even remember which one it is. You know which one I mean if you'll be watching the stream. Otokon Gokachu. No, well,
女
we'll
の
see
人
it.
た
We'll
ち
see
は
it in a
泳い
second.
でい
We
ま
will
す。
see it in a second.
女の人たちは泳いでいます。
That I think is a typo. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be one. But we know it's that one. There it is. Otoko no katachi wa.
男の人たちは食べています。
Ooh. Group of men eating at the table.
男の人は食べています。男の人は食べています。
That's singular man eating at the table. Cool.
男の人たちは料理しています。
料理しています. It's got to be the group of men cooking.
男の人は料理しています。
And it's got to be the singular man that's cooking. There we go. So, yes, so it does change that.
女の
Subjunctive
人
or
は
the participle. I can't remember which.
泳いでいます。女の人は泳いでいます。
So we know it's a singular woman who is swimming.
女の人は走っています。
女の人は走っています。It's got to be the singular woman running.
女の人たちは走っています。
It's got to be the group of women jogging.
女の人たちは泳いでいます。
It's got to be the group of female swimmers. Yeah, see, we're getting there. It does start sinking in.
彼は泳いでいます。
彼は泳いでいます。
彼は泳いでいます。彼は走っています。
彼は走っています。
彼は走っています。彼は料理しています。
彼は料理しています。
彼は料理しています。彼は食べています。
彼は食べています。
彼は食べています。
See that 料理しています is a very difficult
ひ
one
ら
to
が
say.
な、
ひらがな、
ひらがな、カタカナ、
カタカナ、
カタカナ、漢字、
漢字。
漢字。
Nice.
彼はひらがなを書いています。
Oh, so now we need to know which form it is. I think so. I'm pretty sure we've got hiragana in the middle. Kanji is here, and katakana is here. And the way I've always remembered this is kanji is the sign writing that you would see as a tourist, right? Hiragana is the cursive writing form of Japanese, very swooshy, and katakana is like writing formal alphabet. So I'm going to go with this one.
彼女は漢字を書いています。
Let's see if I'm right. Boom! He
彼ら
remembers his
はカ
Japanese.
タカナを書いています。
彼はカタカナを書いています。So here we have singular person, singular woman, who is writing katakana. Oh no, that's
彼
not
ら
the
は
one.
カタカナを書
It's
い
not.
て
It's these guys. What am I doing? I just paid attention to this one. It's in the middle. Oh, that's silly. I made a mistake on that. Oh, he remembered his Japanese and then immediately forgot it. Whoops. Getting ahead of myself. That's last year's confidence coming into this, I think. Do it again.
彼はひらがなを書いています。
It's this one.
彼女は漢字を書いています。彼らはカタカナを書いています。
There we go. Full marks. Oh, now we got the multiple choice. Well, these guys be drinking at a table, right? Or eating at a table. So it'd be 彼は
彼らは食べています。彼らは食べています。
What do we think this one is? Well, we know that this word here is cooking, right? 許しています。
彼女たちは料理しています。
It's got to be this one.
彼女たちは料理しています。
料理しています. It's very hard to say your with a r at the start that is silent and sounds like a G. So we know it's it's got to be this one because it's the only one that has the yoidemas, which is swimming.
彼らは泳いでいます。
And this one is writing. So we know it's not ryushite imas or ayoide imas. It's got to be wakaite imasu.
彼女たちは書いています。
So already this program's pretty intuitive, right?
女の子は書いています。
Onnanoko wa kaite imasu. Okay, so it's singular girl writing.
女の子たちは書いています。
Multiple girls writing. Gonna be this one?
女の子は本を読んでいます。
Singular girl reading.
女の子たちは本を読んでいます。
Multiple girls reading. Cool.
彼女は本を読んでいます。
彼女は本を読んでいます。
彼女は本を読んでいます。彼はジュースを飲んでいます。
彼はジュースを飲んでいます。
彼はジュースを飲んでいます。
Impressed so far.
彼女は書いています。
彼女は書いています。
彼女は書いています。彼は食べています。
彼は食べています。
彼は食べています。彼女はお茶を飲んでいます。彼女は食べています。彼はジュースを飲んでいます。
彼は食べています。
彼は食べています。
Took a while to figure out, but got there.
さようなら。
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 Hey, and there we go. Not bad for 47 minutes, of which 40 minutes is the lesson. So again, like I said, you can hear the last year confidence that came through in a couple of sections there. And you can see the technique of what I've been doing when I did this last year, where my idea was to go through the lessons twice through before moving into the next module, which I think is what I'll do once I've completed a certain amount of sections, I think. Purely because, one, I've done up the first 3 modules. I've just done this one on stream with you guys. So I'm hoping that we can see how Rosetta Stone is going to work. Again, it breeds confidence. It breeds confidence in me. Like, I love remembering things with my OCD and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm particularly well focused in teaching myself things, unless it's something I'm super interested in, which is definitely a neurodivergent thing, for sure. And a lot of it is due to an incorrect teaching method. It's not necessarily my own strategy. I can disseminate information very easily, very quickly, and retain it. It's how to then use it in context in the real world. If there's no use for it there, then it's just useless information. It's kind of pointless. The brain doesn't retain it. But a lot of what was happening there in this lesson on stream is what I was remembering from last year. What was the latest date? 6th of July, I think, since I last touched it. So it goes to show that even with like a 7-8 month gap since I last done the previous module, which wasn't even the core lesson, I'm still remembering what a lot of this has told me with regards to that singular noun of male and female, and whether it's boy or girl, or boys and girls, whether they're doing something singular, whether they're doing something together, and then several forms of whether it's running, swimming, eating, drinking, say reading, and the object in what's it, whether it's, mizu, water, juice, juice, ocha, tea or coffee, potentially. Yushite, is cooking. Yondeimasu, reading. Gaite is writing. We're getting a basic set of building blocks to the language, to how that particular noun, plural, singular and plural, adjective, little verb, and how the makeup of that grammar changes depending on what you're doing and whether you're doing it alone or with a group. And then also, are you young or old? Or that may reference the proper and improper way to say things, the polite and slightly slangy way of saying things, like there is in any language. So that's this. I'm going to return to the home screen because we've done the core lesson there. Look at that, January the 6th, 2025. These obviously are from last year. Pronunciation, I got 100% then. I must have been on a blinder. So I'm gonna chalk that one down. I'm gonna leave that one there for now, for a short stream, and I hope that this has been an informative first step into learning some Japanese. It is only Japanese level 1, so it is the basics. Again, my only previous experience is the media that I've consumed over the years growing up, from the age of like 8, 9, 10, say, which was usually always English dubbed, English subbed, or, I've had OVAs for a lot of things that have been in Japanese, and I've just got subtitles, or I've just listened to it and not understood it, but kind of got the gist from the patternistic way of how storytelling works, with the cadence and tonality of sentences. It's like, okay, this person's quite annoyed because the other person's clearly frustrated or upset. That's then led to the action you then see on the screen or whatever. Obviously, manga comics and the like are a little bit easier to digest with single still frames and that. But actually speaking and understanding Japanese, there are very few words, apart from the ordinary English phrase translation stuff, that I've really encountered. So this is a good, honest, earnest effort of me trying to learn this language, and I want to showcase that journey, like I said at the top of the stream, with everyone, so that I can show that it can be done if you've got the right tool that you think works for you. And who knows, maybe I can find some people who actually do speak Japanese who are willing to jump in and either point out more things or point me into resources or whatever. Or maybe, someone who wants to learn Japanese, maybe this stream is what you need, where you can learn along with me. And if that's the case, get in the chat, like, share, follow, subscribe, and meet me on the next one. As for now, as always, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.